Yeah. We are back after the mix. I want to get this mix done quick because, like, we already started early with Mr. Mike G. So I want you to continue off what you're talking about because, like I was saying, it's a double-edged sword.
It is.
Like you said, it's hard for a young person, people, your own peers, to raise each other because you guys are the same age. So even though, like, I came from a two-parent household. I'm not gonna lie, Pac helped raise me. Big helped raise me.
Yes.
But I wasn't in an environment where I needed to go and do some of the things that Pac and Big did to get by. But not everybody has
the choice.
Those choices.
Yeah.
So tell me about your situation and just it being a double-edged sword was like, how do you know to take the positive and not take the negative, or when do you know when to stop one without the other?
You don't know how to differentiate initially because you look up to these dudes. So everything they doing, you don't know it's a message behind the record. They don't tell you that in advance. So when Pac was telling us to do this or do that, we was emulating it. Same things with the Goody Mob and the individuals like that. But as we learned from our experiences, you kind of got the picture that you know what I'm saying, Pac getting money now. So it's obvious he's not doing the things he's talking about. So let's emulate that and find a way to bounce off of this and catapult ourselves into doing positive. So that's what it was, just keeping it on that uplifted spirit, keeping it in that unity, you know what I'm saying, not trying to have conflict with other dudes, you know what I'm saying. I was always on that, man, we could all get money. Everybody got that mentality.
If people had that mentality,
But the world got to be like that. That's why police are created, that's why jails and systems are made, so you do have negative, because there's no negative, a lot of people out of jobs.
Exactly.
It's just a system we in, so.
It's just a balance.
It's just a balance. So you got to save as much individuals you can, keep as much dudes on the righteous path, and just get paper and stay out the way. And that's why I think a lot of the dudes like the Goody Mobs, the Scarface, the UGKs, because they always preached about getting money. You know, they didn't really glamorize. Media glamorized the negative side, but they really glamorized the fact that we young, black, and we getting paper. And I feel like I could do it too.
Exactly.
So
all right then, Mike. So you're young, growing up. These icons that you just mentioned kind of help raise you and your crew. So what made you say, you know what? I'm going to be an artist, because me know say you do your thing a long time. You know? That's what people don't realize.
My partner Nacho Typical, he did a lot of big beats in the games for like Dipset, Pretty Ricky, things along those lines.
Around what time with Dipset?
Oh, he did crunk music. You feel me? He did one of the biggest rappers.
I just tell you the big tune.
So that was my in-house partner, and then I used to just be around. I was always into the music business. I just love being able to negotiate and try to help with deals, even though I didn't go to school for it. I had to talk.
You can learn that, man. You can learn that, man.
So like, he was like, man, listen, man, you talk so fast. You ever try rapping? I was like, nah, man, I don't know how to rap. You feel me? But he just like every time he made a beat, he had me around. I tried to put a hook to it, and by nature, like he kind of pushed me into that lane, and it just took his own course.
That's natural, man. Natural. So all right, then you make that link now. You step behind the microphone, and you're starting to realize, this might be for me. This might be for me.
Definitely.
So tell me how that goes now. Like, how did you feel when you heard yourself first on recording?
Oh man, I was horrible at first because I used to rap.
That's why
nasally. I used to rap.
Bro, that's why I operate my G. The man hide it and say, I was this amazing rapper at first.
I was trash.
And I'm amazing, and I came out to the box and I'm
nah. I had charisma, so that what won me over. When my talent wasn't there as of yet, but as the time go, I learned how to like rap and project my voice the correct way, be comfortable, learn how to do. I had a strong voice, so I used to try to quadruple my voice, and I used to cause much static, like in the speaker. So when I learned my voice, I was like, you know what? Let me just do emphasis on top of my vocals instead of doing that, light ad libs. And once I kind of perfected my path, I'm not as lyrical as everybody else, but I know my lane and I know how to be my G.
I love that. Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Perfect
yourself.
It's the same thing with NFL athletes. A lot of dudes is like in the hood right now who way more talented than Odell Beckham, but he perfected Odell Beckham. And that's why everybody trying to be him.
That's why he can.
Everybody trying to be Odell Beckham right now.
It's true.
So that's the same thing I do with the music. Just perfected my G, learn my strengths, learn my weaknesses, and just did what I did.
So who is Mike G?
Man, a hustler, man. Just an entrepreneur, individual who's looking for the next way to make more money, next way to create myself where I'm not a dependent on no career path I'm in. So like I love music, and what stresses out a lot of artists is when they depend on music to make it. So as I got into it with music, I was like, okay, how can I make more money so when I do music I can have fun? Once you stop having fun with what you do, it's work. It's work. And once it's work, you're not gonna want to do it. So that's what happens.
And you know, Mike, I don't mean to cut you off, but that is one of the things that gravitate me mostly to you.
Okay.
Like, listen, Echo, we'll be in recording sessions and Mike just say something in passing. And I think he knows what he's doing when he's planting those seeds. But him not gonna tell me the whole game. He's just gonna say, yo, rude boy, you need to try this thing. My youth, you need to... And then I say, yo, for real, you know, Mike, I say some real thing, you know, like, I can't depend upon music one, dog.
Yeah.
So I respect that for me, man.
Appreciate it. And that's what I try to preach to all my youngins, you feel me? And thank God for a lot of the street dudes who pushed me toward that lane. Like, boy, the hooks is nice. You ever try writing for other rappers? I was like, other rappers let you write hooks for them? Wow. Oh, shoot, let me get into that lane. And you ever try to put placements in movies?
Yeah.
I was like, I just kept putting, and then when I learned, I told my youngins to do it. It's up to them to make the move.
So, all right. Can we go into that story or no? You don't want to go in that story?
Into what story?
About writing the hooks.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Echo, listen. People, listen.
Yeah.
I'm going to make Mike G have the total control. When he tells you this one.
Yeah. That's what it's getting. So with Jimmy Day primarily, like I remember me and him used to go back and forth. He's a real big artist from South Florida, and I was like, man, we kind of felt stagnant because a lot of people didn't want to pay us for our show rates, and it kind of got like slow in Miami where people prefer to book a stripper or a model or whatever. So I was like, let's get into the music lane. So, you know, me and him was working on this record called V. I wrote the hook for him, and how you call it? We went about that, and I was like, let me see if I could shop it to a movie. So I reached out to some people through TuneCore. A lot of people don't know that when you independent, you sell your music through TuneCore. They have a lane where they actually help you place your music. Right. So and it's free of charge on top of that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I submitted the record V to him, and this big movie by the name of Live Cargo that was humongous with Drew Hemingway, Keith Stanfield. It did amazing. So it had a big movie premiere in New York. Oprah saw the movie. Wow. Robert De Niro. We got a big humongous placement. I'm talking about top level PR. You know what I'm saying? Access Hollywood, stuff like that. And the record was one of the featured records on that. Wow. You feel me? And once I saw that, I was like, oh yeah. Okay, now we talking Big Ben. And it opened his eyes. Now, he barely rapping. He's managing. It's a big it's an internet sensation by the name of Boom Gang. Yeah. Jimmy Day manages him. A lot of people don't know that. So
Echo, you hear what the man say?
Yeah.
TuneCore, my brother.
TuneCore.
Artists on the ear what the man say. It is out there. The opportunities are out there for you guys.
You just gotta Google, man. Google's our dictionary, man.
It's true.
Yeah, it is. Anything you want to know, you can Google it.
Just anything.
So I was like, how you get movie placements? And I'm already with TuneCore. I didn't know this the whole time. It was like, TuneCore helps you with movie placements. And they take a tiny percentage of what you make. Wow. It's not like no crazy number, so they helped me out with it. And then since then, I've been just working hand on hand with directors. So as soon as I record a song, if I got a lane to it, I look for like, okay, what directors direct action movies? Yeah, man. I reach out to them via Instagram. Hey, what you got going on? Who's controlling the soundtrack?
Right.
Yes. And I just start skipping the steps on that.
And based on your conversation when you told me that is when I started doing that, because I was watching Ballers the other day. I may hear them play some reggae thing, and I say, yo, music supervisor, find him on Twitter, tweet him.
Yeah.
And he actually responded. So
like,
yeah, man.
Nice.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
Crazy.
Like social media, the internet, you guys need to understand the power that it has.
Yeah, it's powerful.
Yeah, you destroy the middleman.
You destroy the middleman.
And then with LinkedIn, I mean, you could just, by nature, like just search a network, for instance, and then search a network time music supervisor. Right. And it's going to pull up who the person is. And then from there, you go to Google, try to find their email. They pull up, send them a DM. Man. And you beat the point. You never had to holler at a manager. You never had to do none of that.
No.
Yeah. So
the Echo Rebel experience, Mike G dropping knowledge. Dropping knowledge, man. Which tune you want to go into next, Rude Boy?
Man, let's go committed, man. You got to stay committed to the game.
Hey! Yeah, man, Mike G, run it.
Yeah, and we are back live. The Echo Rebel Experience. We got Mr. Mike G in the building, dropping knowledge.
Big tune coming.
That song is,
Yeah.
Two big songs so far.
Two big songs.
Yeah, man. Little something.
Yeah. That's when you know you got someone that's official. Because you give them the compliment, like, a little something. I'm the same way. I'm like, it's all right, it's cool.
Yeah, real.
Yeah, man. So you dropping knowledge, man, and we try to craft this for independent artists.
Exactly.
To play their music, but also to give them knowledge. So far, you just dropping some more gems than that we probably dropped this whole season.
This whole season,
straight up.
One segment. I'm not even going to front.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man.
I respect for that because sometimes you will approach an artist and say like, how do you do this, or how do you achieve this goal or whatever? And they must say, boy, this is I want to be a regular reggae boy, you know, dog. I just saw your work, you know, dog.
Yo, people don't want to share.
They don't want to share.
Exactly. And I'm like, why not share the knowledge?
Competition. People scared of competition, but I mean, aura is created by like what you give, you get. So like, I do a lot of charity work with like Alan Hearns. I do a lot of charity work with a lot of athletes, and they do it for no reason. They don't want it. I tell them to put it on Instagram because it's good for people to know.
To know they're doing
it. Of course.
Because just in case if you get into a negative situation, people know your structure
exactly.
and you movement and things happen.
Right.
But these dudes give out thousands and thousands of dollars. I was just with Alan, and he went back to his high school, his alma mater. He gave $7,500 back. And I asked him why. I was like, why you did it though? He was like, man, just the aura. It come back to me.
Wow.
It come back. It's gonna come back in a deal or advertising situation. So I give as much as I can because it's instant. It's instant.
It's instant. It's so many things in life you don't know that you're investing in or you're just giving away.
Yeah.
It'll come back to you.
It come back
easily.
To you. It's immediately.
Easily. All right, so Mike, going now, you're established, you're starting to really get these placements, which you've reached a pinnacle that many artists, independent artists, you're independent still, right?
Yeah, independent. Never
independent. So you're now touring because you're over in Puerto Rico a lot.
Yeah. I did Puerto Rico.
You're traveling.
Yeah.
You're getting movie placements.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What's next now?
I'm gonna just drop the album. You know, you got to keep the popularity up in order for you to make these moves. More than anything, I don't ever want to be in a situation where I got to make a radio hit and do all that.
Right.
I find my ways to make the same amount of money those artists got to do with those record labels outside of the play. I just want to make sure that I'm keeping myself popular, keeping myself in the loop of things, finding out what the kids like, and staying in my own lane, and then I make the money on the other side.
Yep.
So right now I got September 26th, I'm dropping a new joint. You know, I recorded a couple of records here with the big homie. So yeah, we got some big things going on or whatever. And I'm pretty much just trying to stay away from the feature lane. I got a big record with Robbie Rosen from American Idol.
Okay.
He was one of the contestants out of New Jersey. He has a real big buzz. Yeah. So we finna do a video for that joint. Just now got a couple videos and get right back into probably doing a tour. So far, I mean, I think I'm supposed to be doing something with 2 Chainz. Me and Laja Slim supposed to be collaborating with probably possible Papa Duck. We possibly going on like a little hood
Big
tour.
up the Asian massive, by the way. Them don't know about all of them things there.
Yeah, Laja's
going hard. Laja's going hard, man. Laja's doing his thing.
Yeah, he got a big record with Diddy's son. I forgot his name.
King Combs.
Yeah, King Combs, and it's doing amazing on social media. Right. So that's what we're working on, and then from there we gonna just, it's football season, so I do a lot of media relations. So I'm helping a lot of these athletes get these big deals. So that's what majority of my energy is going toward, doing the album, simultaneously getting these deals for these big boys.
All right, mad things. So you say you make mention a lot of working with athletes and doing a lot of charity work and things. What exactly does that entail? Like, are you surrounded by rappers and athletes, or is it like, I don't know, like to the person that doesn't know Mike G?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's more in my own lane of just helping these athletes. Like, it's something that I stepped into by accident. You know what I'm saying? By nature, I was always cool with the athletes, but I've necessarily never had no reason to do business. I'm a rapper, you an athlete. We just kick it because we on the same plateau. But like, you know what I'm saying? As I seen that a lot of these athletes, when they sign their agent deal, this is like some game I'm breaking down to y'all boys, is that agents allow you to get money outside of the contract. Because majority of their interest is to just make sure you get your big deal and move on to their next athlete. So there's a lane open for you to help athletes get commercials or get placements or get gear or for them to get paid to post things on social media. And I didn't know. I thought an agent handled all that.
And so an agent wouldn't get a cut of that, of what you're bringing?
No, not at all. Because in the new age, agents don't have time. There's so much athletes coming into the league on a consistent basis. They don't have time to manage the marketing and the contract. So their majority thing is to get you the big contract, and then from there, you got to get your own team to get you deals. And a lot of these athletes think with a small mind because they think, okay, I got this big contract, I don't need them.
Right.
Yeah.
But you can put yourself in a situation where you don't touch your contract money your entire career.
I love that. So like Marshawn Lynch is a perfect example of that.
Exactly.
He didn't touch his contract, like one contract since he's been in the league.
Yeah. So Shaquille O'Neal has never touched his NBA contract.
No, I didn't know
Never. To this day, he's always spent endorsement money.
Yeah.
What?
And he's made, I don't even know how much.
Over $300 million or something like that?
Yeah, and he's never touched.
Man, that's smart, man.
So with those type of situations, you could pretty much, like, you know what I'm I'm saying? If you got a lane, if you got like a company that you know likes to have the connect on art athletes and they don't have access to them, then you could just be the link within that situation. You know what I'm saying? But what I like to do is sit down with the dudes that I bang with and be like, yo, what you into? Okay, I'm in the gear. I got a couple dudes who into fishing who like real wildlife guys. So I reach out to those individuals and it's humongous money.
Yo, let me tell you, man, when the man say Mike G equals hustle.
Yeah.
You hear the man just say him gone in a wildlife. Everything, the man go.
Anything. I mean, the work, man, it's a lot of things you don't necessarily got to go to college for. It's good to go to school for things, but if you have a niche in something and you a quick talker and you able to be a people's person, it kind of like opened its own lane for me.
Yeah, I know Echo is big on that too. Like you're more about the
it's being hands-on. It's just being the experience.
Of the person.
Yeah. School is great, but the experience is not like the experience in the real world.
Yes, it is. And then you got a lot of agents who are becoming young black males. So by nature, they want to deal with the media relations on that side. They're looking for people of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't gonna come with no ill way. We gonna make our percentage, make sure the athlete eat and do what it do.
And move again.
You know what I'm saying? And keep it moving. So that's what I've been doing.
So Mike G on the Echo Rebel Experience. Which next tune we are going to, my
man? You know I'm a WWF fan, so we gonna go into Ted DiBiase right now.
That's one of my favorite wrestlers.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a wrestling fan. Since we talking about money, let's talk about Ted DiBiase.
All right, this is Monday Night Raw. Yeah, man. Big tunes. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, man. Echo Rebel Experience show number 27. Yeah, man. Mike G in the building. May I tell you, vibes.
Having a good time. Having a real
great time, man.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, man. It's kind of an unconventional Echo Rebel.
Man, so many things been happening today.
So many things happening.
I mean, if you guys heard the camera, if the mics were rolling off air, my gosh.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, man.
I
mean, I tell you, man, Mike G just bring a great energy into the Rebel Culture Studios.
Great energy. Most importantly, though, knowledge. Because this is an independent artist showcase.
Yeah, this it is. Yes,
and
it is.
even major label artists can apply the same, it's the same information that Mike's giving you.
Yeah,
you don't have to wait for a label or anybody else to do the thing for you just because you're signed or you have the machine behind you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because a lot of the major artists, the biggest artists, they had to go out on a limb when the label didn't believe in them.
Exactly. Very true.
So they had to act as an independent even though they were signed.
Yeah,
so
very true.
It doesn't matter where you at.
So you know what? That's a good point, Echo. So Mike, what's your motivation other than the hustle?
Stability, man. Being in a situation where you alright, you good. You don't got to be necessarily. You could be rich to yourself. Like as long as you able to get the things you need, your family don't need for nothing.
Right.
That's your definition of rich. You know what I'm saying? Nice crib. Nice car. I like fly stuff too. You feel me? I can't be shady on that. But you know what I'm saying? I don't want 10 cars. You feel me? I don't need 10 houses. I just want to have stability, make sure my mom don't need for nothing. My brother, my niece and nephew straight. My woman is taken care of and I'm good. Like, I don't need more than that, and then drop them babies soon.
I want stability full circle.
Full circle. Because you don't want no stress coming from an individual you care about, because that's your stress too.
That's true.
You feel me? If it's somebody else's stress, like if it's just a homie who need to find his own lane, but when it comes from the people you care about, then as a man, we tend to be responsible for those situations.
Exactly, and you care a little bit more.
Exactly.
You're a little more attentive to those situations.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. So like going forward now, you're busting tunes like what? I know you said this album is not really collaboration based, but who are some of the artists you've collaborated with before?
I've done music with Juvie.
Nice.
Who else I've worked with? Papa. Everybody big in the South. I done music with.
Okay.
There was a point in time when Trick wanted to sign me. Sam Sneak, which is Rick Ross DJ. I've collaborated with him also. Who else? More than anything, I've done tours with a lot of individuals. Like Waka Flocka, I was on tour with him. 2 Chainz, Scarface. Ooh. So I've got to be on tour with some
legends,
big time dudes. So
Scarface.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really look for the features. I like to have it. I got homies who rap and we've never done music together because it just ain't happened the right way. You feel me? So you don't want to force it.
Has to be organic.
Exactly.
Organic, the man I go for. Organic. Him not force nothing, but him know say him have a goal to reach, so he's gonna go out there and reach it.
Exactly. But yeah, I've done some music with some big cats and been on tour with some big cats too. So it's been a dope career so far.
Yeah, man. So let me ask you, what's the difference between being a recording artist and a recording/touring artist?
Oh, it's totally different because you got to pretty much, usually when you're recording, you're trying to take care of just primarily your core fan base. But when you consistently on the road, you kind of got to listen to what these individuals is listening to. So like when I went to Jacksonville, I didn't put my artist hat on because I wanted to like see where the city was at, what type of music they playing. So, you know, a lot of people was asking, why you don't do no interviews? Why you ain't do no shows while you was up there? I was like, nah, I just wanted to pay attention. So we went to clubs and was like sitting in the back part with a little bottle of Grey Goose and like, oh, they like this the lane they like to, okay, how do I emulate that? So when you get back in the studio, you like, okay, I got a tour date in Jacksonville. This record's gonna go here. Right. This record's gonna go there. And they give you longevity when you got music that's bustling in different
regions.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's true because every region has a different palette for music.
Oh, exactly. It's totally different. Just within Florida.
Within Florida.
What people listen to in Jacksonville is not what people listen to in Orlando.
It's true.
It's totally different. They like that rugged, bootsy feel. Like it's an artist out of there. I forgot what his name is. Young, I forgot his name. He just signed the Pole Boy, but he's buzzing up there. And he got that young, little bootsy, Soldier Slim vibe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you feel me? So Baby Soldier, that's his name.
Baby Soldier.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all heard him. He got a new song with Boosie. So he's the guy out there. So if you want the fan base to like you out there, you got to kind of like give them that raunchy.
Yeah.
You feel me? You ain't got to sound like them, but you got to give them that content.
Yeah, and I like what you said about just Florida. North Florida sound different, South Florida.
Oh, man, totally different.
Because me personally, like, I toured a lot, and I DJ too. So
exactly.
So just when people say the South has a sound,
nah.
When I go throughout the South, I was like, I remember I was DJing somewhere in like North Florida, and then we were touring, and it's just. And then we went through like Louisiana.
Oh man.
And then Alabama. I'm like, and then we get to Texas, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. We don't sound nothing alike.
Nothing alike, man.
Switch up again.
Nothing alike. And Atlanta is not the poster child for the Southern sound.
Yeah, it's just the most popular.
It's just the most popular
sound. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
That's all it is. You feel me? So yeah, that's what happens with the game. You know, a lot of people like to think they say, "Oh, the South is this." Nah, I'm telling you, like man. New Orleans. I mean, just with how they talk, like New Orleans,
different man.
When they talking, they sound like they rapping.
It's so ill.
Yo, whoa there. You feel me and all that. You get it down south. You feel me, dog? Yeah. You feel me? So it is what it is. But you know, that's what you got to apply all those things to your style and be able to relate to everybody. It's not just about relating to the people on your block or your homies. You want to relate to everybody that could take in your music and understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, because music is a global thing.
It is.
So just piggybacking off of that, knowing that every sound in the South is different, and just every sound worldwide.
Yeah.
Like what are like three things that when you approach a record, no matter the region, where all right, I'm gonna get every region, I'm gonna get every country with these three things.
Clarity first. So you want to make sure what you're saying can be heard. You don't want to come with the mumble game. You know what I'm saying? I know that a lot of what's going on, people are doing that for radio.
Right.
They genuinely are not happy performing these records.
Right.
I know a lot of these individuals when they're going into these situations. You know what I'm saying? We good?
Yeah, we good.
Okay. A lot of these individuals who are going into these situations, they doing it for radio. But I've seen these artists get on stage and don't like the songs they performing. So I try to come with clarity.
Right.
I try to come with some form of dope content.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So not too graphic, but there's a message behind what I'm saying, whether it be toward the females, toward the dudes. It ain't necessarily got to be positive. It might be a negative record where you be able to take from it and be like, okay, I don't want to be in that type of situation.
Yeah.
And third, more than anything, have that flair. You feel me? You got to give it that Mike G flair. You got to put yourself on that record, man.
You're right.
You feel me? You want
that separates every artist.
Yeah.
It's
Put
really
that
the flair.
Yeah, put that flair on that record, man. Come with how you feel you want to be projected and do what it do.
Man,
definitely, man.
Deep.
Definitely.
Exactly.
So they can run into the next record. Mike G, bust it on them.
Man, you know I got that record Make Me, man, featuring the big homie Pressure Buzz Pipes.
Big up Pressure Buzz Pipes.
How did that link happen?
Now I just called them, man. We've been doing music like every album. We usually do a record, so that's probably the only feature I'm gonna have on this joint. But you know, usually when it come around that time when he doing an album, or I'm doing an album, I hit him up. I'll be like, I got a record for you. So this is the first time I wrote a hook for him.
Oh,
and he was like, "What? You wrote a hook for me?" And I promise. And he heard it and he loved the record. He was in Jamaica at the time when I sent him. No, that's Jamaica. He was in Trinidad, so I sent him the record. He recorded it, sent it back, and then he got down here for the video and it came out.
So he recorded. He recorded while I was in Trinidad.
Yeah, he recorded while he was in Trinidad. He sent the record back to me.
That's so dope, man.
Yeah,
that's respect right there.
Yeah, he did it in like 20 minutes. That's why I got no tolerance for people who be like, "Oh, I'm busy." Like he stopped what he was doing, put the record on, recorded it, sent it for me, doubled, sent ad libs and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Big up Buzz Pipe, man.
Every
shout out
time.
to Pressure Buzz Pipe. On tour with Sizzler currently, so you know that's what it is.
Mad thing, man. Echo Rebel Experience. Let's go.
Chill.
Yeah, man, the Echo Rebel Experience. This is Mike G in the building.
Yes, Mike G.
Mike G in the building, in a Rebel Culture Studios.
Big song with pressure, bust pipe.
Big tune with the Caribbean flavor.
I love to see that Caribbean connection, man. And not just that Caribbean, just us as descendants of Africa come together and just make music, man.
And it's good. I mean, we've been, I don't know how many times we done kicked through. We only did like 4 records together, but we've been in the studio together probably like 15 times.
And I can only imagine your conversations, because I know Pressure's a deep guy, and getting to know you're pretty deep as well.
And I bring him to the dark world. So, I take Pressure to like a gentleman's club and have him out the lane. He be like, what the hell going on? So, you know what I'm saying? And he bring me to his world. Like, I've been to concerts with him, and you can't even breathe backstage. Like, I'm like, yo,
the smoke is crazy.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm high. I'm high already.
I'm catching contact.
But he's a genuinely good dude.
Yeah, man. The general man. The general
good dude,
man. So all right then, now, Mike G. Album coming out September 26th.
That's correct.
Mad things on it. Man, I tell you, good vibes, good energy.
Yeah.
Yo, so we usually like to wrap up the segment with 3 things.
I want to hit him with a few things, though.
All right, hit him with a few things, because Mike G could handle it.
Okay. Mike G can handle it. All right, cool. All right, top 5 rappers all time.
Oh, man. Jesus. No specific order. Tupac Shakur. UGK.
Okay.
Goody Mob. Outkast. And I'm going to go deep with this one. You know what? I got to go west. You know what? I'm a big RZA fan.
A big what?
RZA,
Yo!
Bobby Diz, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, come on, man. Come on.
How, as a Southern guy, why RZA? Because this is deep.
Wu-Tang, because I feel like Wu-Tang ain't had like a geographic to it. Like, they was you could relate to them. Like, I'm from like the heart of Miami, like Lil Haiti, and that's how Lil Haiti dudes act. How Wu-Tang, where like dudes can't get along, but they ain't gonna kill each other. That was the mentality of Lil Haiti dudes. Like, usually when you in a squad of 8 or 9 dudes, you gonna have 2 dudes who just never get along. But if they put in the situation, they'll die for each other. And Wu-Tang gave you that feeling. You know, everybody love Method Man, everybody love Raekwon. You know what I'm saying?
Talk.
But RZA, the brain.
That's the Abbott, man.
The brain behind the whole thing. Yeah. I was like, once he did that Bobby Digital project, he wasn't scared to do his own thing. Yeah. Like, a lot of people was like, oh, that's thing where I'm like, no, bro. Like, he's ahead of the game. Trust me. Listen to what he talking about, slapping with the black toast, and I'm like, okay, let's you feel me?
Yeah. But even deeper, I love what you said.
Yeah.
You have 8 brothers on the team.
Yeah.
2 may not get along.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to that,
they gonna do anything for each other.
As a people, sometimes we just have those few that you can buy them out for a few shillings of gold, like Judas. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it's like, yo, man, that's just deep, man.
Yeah, it is what it is. So Wu-Tang was just like that. When you saw Wu-Tang, you saw us.
Yes.
It's like, damn, that's how young you
act.
Hey, that's how Raekwon act like it. Hey, Ghostface gonna be every dude in the squad gonna have a Ghostface who gonna be after the women.
Yeah.
Then you gonna have your dude who take things more serious, like, you feel me, Raekwon, who gonna want to analyze things and break it down. They met the man, the ladies man. So every squad can relate to Wu-Tang. Then you gonna have RZA, like the dude who gonna be like, hey, calm it down. Let's be focused. We gotta be responsible. So I just saw a lot of Wu-Tang and a lot of South Florida gangs down
That's
here.
so deep. And every crew has to have the genius, the jizza,
the brains. The jizza, exactly. You got to.
That's deep, man.
Yeah. Shaolin.
On the next one now. No,
you said Pac raised you.
Oh yeah, of course. Tupac Shakur.
I won't say 5. 3 things from Pac's career, lyrics, music that you live by and stand by today.
You talking about like what
overall?
moments?
No, 3 things that you learned from Pac, his music, that you still apply to today.
Oh, you got to be ruthless. So when he came after hit him up, man.
Okay.
And that's how you got to be with your enemies, man. You got to bury them. You feel me? And you got to bury them. If you gonna go ahead and do that, like you don't know how much people implemented that in Street War.
Right.
Like how Pac handled his situation with Biggie, being homies with this dude and having a conflict with him, and basically putting him in a situation where you got to bow down to him. You can't even come back to him. So how relentless he was, how ruthless he was when he believed in something, he felt somebody was wrong. I keep that in me. Like, I don't try to like go after anybody, but like I'm so good to people where if you give me an avenue to like, well, you trying to fuck me over, I'm gonna go after you.
Yeah.
So that of course just realness, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Brenda Got a Baby and Hold Your Head Up. And these records, they like kind of change your soul, like your mood for the day.
Right.
I try to make records a lot of the times that change your mood. So say, for instance, you listening to me, if I'm rapping about money, I want you to feel like you want to get money. I don't want you to just rap for me with 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And then after that, you back to what you're doing.
Right.
And then, of course, style. Like, he was the only dude rocking the bald head. Right. He was the only dude putting the nose ring. And nothing was considered feminine. A lot of things he was doing, a lot of his movements when he talked, like a lot of these dudes, if they talk now, oh, that's gay. Like that dude was his own person, you feel me? He was educated, he was a young black male, and he still was considered a dude respected by the street. So just being yourself and being your own on the record, man, having that flair. That's that flair.
Flair was.
Yeah. Pac had that flair.
There's few artists, I can't even name an artist like you said that was respected on the streets like that and commercially appealing to especially women.
And still educated. Educated and know what he talking about, not just moving his lips. Like, he could relate to anybody.
Wow.
Like, you feel me?
That's deep, man.
Yeah, so that's my 3 for Pac.
Okay. You got something, real?
Yo, listen, I like the role you're on. This keep on going, bro.
Yeah, amen. Let's get
let
it.
me throw something out there. Okay. For the South fans. And, you know, you mentioned UGK, and we know that, Pimp C is a little crazy. You know what I'm saying?
He's
love
nuts.
him. He's nuts.
Yeah.
Your favorite Pimp C lyric?
How you call
you live by?
how you call it? What joint that was? What joint that was? The remix he did with Outkast and
the banner track that he produced.
No, not the banner track. The remix he did with Outkast on the my mind's cluttered right now, but the remix he did with Outkast on not the Players song. Was it Banner? Was it the Banner record?
Was it the Players Anthem?
Yeah, the Players Anthem. What was the first bar he said? He said,
that one?
Oh yeah, well, Pimp C. I forgot what he said, but it was a specific line in there. So we got to play the record right now. Is there any way we can play the record?
Yeah.
But that was one of my.
I might have to Google this line. We don't normally use Google.
Why I like that record specifically so much? Because he was like basically he was on a record with Top Dogs at the time.
Yeah.
Pimp C was an old school dude.
Yeah.
And still was able to get on that record. I feel like he had the hottest verse. You feel me? Compared to everybody on the song with Big Boy and Andre and all that. Like, he came in there, he gave it that raunchy feel, that aggressive feel, and that's what people got to understand. Like,
Knocking Doors Down? Which one? What the name was?
No. The record with Pimp C is Pimp C, David Banner, Bun B, Outkast.
Andre started it off.
You feel me? We came in with the like poetic type feel, and then Pimp C just dropped in and came with that raunchy type aggressive feel. And that's why I always tell. Go ahead. Let me see. My bitch, hold on.
Without a room,
no.
In the streets.
How you call it? What he said? He said, okay. We said by the ferry.
Oh yeah. Was the ferry line in that song? It might have been another song.
Okay. On the top notch. In the game, bitch. She walked the car.
Oh, ferry, yeah. You bitch choose me. You ain't a pimp. You
okay. There you go right here. So what I liked about this record so much is that pretty much everybody else on the song was pretty much a better lyricist than him.
Right.
But he came with such a raunchy feel. He stood out. So that's perfecting your craft, being yourself on every record, and you'll outlast a dude who can rap better than you. I've been on a lot of records. Like, I'm from Brooklyn, so I bang with dudes
wait. You from what?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
You were born in Brooklyn?
I was born in Brooklyn.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you were born in LA.
No. I'm from East Classen Avenue. I'm from Classen Avenue. All right. So over there, I bang with dudes like Smoke Dizza, Nimlo. So
I know Smoke
I gotta hold my own. I know these dudes can rap better than me. Like the content, but I'm gonna come aggressive. I'm gonna come with a little flair, and I'm gonna do what it do. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be your own on all the records.
Be your own. Have your own flair.
Master your flow, man. You ain't gonna have no competition.
All right, so. Big interview right now. Big vibes.
Well, I mean gems.
Yeah, man.
Gems,
Gems on top of gems, man. Big up Mike G for coming through on the Echo Rebel Experience.
Yes.
Where them can find you?
Oh man, you can find me on social media, Instagram / Mike G Music, MIKEG MUSIK. You know what I'm saying? That's on Twitter. That's on everything. You know what I'm saying? We out here. We doing what it do.
I'll call this one the Get Money episode.
The Get Money episode. The Get Money.
Because Mike just gave he laid down the blueprint of how to get money as an independent artist.
Definitely.
So
big
up Mike G.
And we gotta come back and do a freestyle session. Maybe I'll bring a couple of my partners. Get the beat
rolling.
rolling.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So big up. It's the Echo Rebel Experience. Let's go. See you next week.